Make a deal. Before I take it off the table, beat your ass with it.
You should have taken no for an answer. I'm gonna break your jaw for you. Lump you up.
The film begins with two police officers in pursuit of a criminal. During the chase, one officer, Cody, is shot, and the criminal escapes. Tragically, the criminal also shoots an innocent bystander. Cody's partner, Mason, is devastated and tries to comfort Cody, assuring him that help is on the way. Realizing his injuries are fatal, Cody urges Mason to find his brother, John, and ask for his help in rescuing his ex-wife from a dangerous man named Toro. Mason promises to carry out Cody's last wish. John Payne, Cody's brother, is a retired Special Forces soldier now running a bar on the outskirts of New York City. One night, while closing his bar, two men arrive claiming to be businessmen interested in buying the place. John refuses to sell, even after they offer a large sum. The men turn hostile, hurling racial slurs and threats. Unfazed, John beats them in self-defense. Soon after, John learns of Cody's death and is overcome with grief. The next day, John visits Cody's boss, Briggs, who explains that Cody was killed during a mission to investigate a smuggling syndicate. Cody's funeral follows, with Mason and other officers in attendance. Also present is Lacey, Cody's ex-wife, who is seen leaving under the escort of several men. Later, Cody's friend, Valet, tells John that Cody may have been targeted because the syndicate, led by a man named Toro, discovered that Cody's informant had been captured. John agrees to speak more with Valet once he's in a better state of mind. Meanwhile, Mason spies on the syndicate and sees Lacey with Jovic, Toro's right-hand man. When they leave, Mason sneaks into the building to find evidence, but a gunfight breaks out. Mason narrowly escapes. Later, Valet's home is attacked, and he and his entire family are murdered by Toro's men. Briggs then visits Mason, suggesting he take time to rest while the department handles the situation. Instead, Mason contacts John and arranges a meeting at a bar. At the bar, John unexpectedly sees his ex-wife, Sky, now working there as a dancer. When Sky is harassed and dragged into a room by thugs, John intervenes, beats them, and tells Sky to leave. Rejoining Mason, John learns about the case involving Cody, Valet, and the syndicate. Toro operates through Jovic, who is believed to have killed Cody on Toro's orders. The only ones with evidence, Cody and Valet, are now dead. Mason reveals that Jovic visits the bar regularly, and the dancers there are used to traffic contraband. As Mason leaves, he is ambushed but defeats his attackers. At his brother's house, John finds hidden evidence, a tape, a phone, and a key. The tape shows Jovic torturing and eventually killing Cody's informant, with Toro in the background, his face concealed. The video on Cody's phone reveals that he was targeted after seizing €5 million from the syndicate, which he had hidden with the safe key. Meanwhile, John's ex-wife and one of her friends were suddenly confronted by Jovic and his men. Jovic demanded to know who had attacked his men in his absence. Sky's friend responded that it was just a random customer who happened to be there. The two quickly fled the scene, prompting Jovic to order his men to capture them. The next morning, while John was still at Cody's house, he was startled by the unexpected arrival of Mason. John immediately apologized and invited him to sit, then revealed the evidence he had uncovered, proof of Toro and Jovic's involvement in various crimes. However, they still didn't know Toro's true identity. Hoping to learn more, they decided to visit Cody's ex-wife, since Mason had seen Lacey with Jovic. John questioned Lacey about her ties to Toro and Jovic. Lacey explained that Toro's men once approached her, asking her to recruit young women in need of jobs. Those women were later exploited as dancers and drug couriers. When Lacey tried to refuse, they threatened to kill Cody and his sister, even coercing her into divorcing Cody. With no other option, Lacey complied with their demands. Later, John received a video message sent from his ex-wife's phone. It showed Sky and his friend being tortured and ultimately killed by Jovic. John, upon receiving the video, storms Jovic's bar and demands answers. After fighting off guards, he learns that Jovic is upstairs. When John confronts him, Jovic accidentally shoots his own man in a panic. John kills Jovic by breaking his neck and interrogates his second-in-command, who says only Jovic and Lacey knew Toro's identity, as Toro always disguised himself. John seeks out Lacey and asks her to arrange a meeting with Toro at an old castle, offering to return the 5 million euros in exchange for her freedom. He then asks Briggs for backup, but Briggs refuses, citing that John is now a civilian. Disappointed, John turns to Mason, who agrees to help. That night, Toro arrives at the castle with a heavily armed crew. John and Mason, who have laid traps, fight off the attackers. During the chaos, Toro shoots Lacey. Mason prepares to kill Toro, who is finally unmasked and revealed to be Briggs, John and Mason's former superior. Enraged, John and Mason open fire, but Briggs escapes into the castle. Inside, Briggs stabs John and demands the money. John reveals he had already deduced Briggs' identity after recognizing the unique pistol from the informant video, one he had seen in Briggs' office. Meanwhile, Mason confronts and kills one of Briggs' men, who admits to murdering Vala's family. Briggs shot John multiple times, but John suddenly rises. He had earlier swapped Briggs' bullets with blanks. Lacey's death was also faked. John kills Briggs in a brutal fight, while Mason finishes off his own opponent. 3 weeks later, John visits Lacey at her newly opened cafe. She now goes by the name Adina, Cody's last name. John leaves her a heartfelt letter and a suitcase containing the safe key and a fortune in euros.